This is the second of 5 videos showing you some patterns you can play over 5 major scale forms. If you're unfamiliar with any of these forms, you may want to check out my lesson on 5 ways to play a major scale. I'll leave a link for that in the description. I'm going to play all these scales in the key of D major, but these are all movable scale forms, so you can and should play them in all keys. We're going to begin with this scale form that begins on string 5 with the 4th finger. And now the pattern. For lack of anything better to call it, I call this my 1-2-3-1 pattern. Start on the first note of your form and play up 3 steps, 1, 2, 3, and then skip back down to the start of the pattern, thus 1, 2, 3, 1. Then you play that same pattern starting on the second note of the form, up 3 steps, 1, 2, 3, and then skip back down. Next note of the scale form, 1, 2, 3, skip back down, and continue on. Now here we are playing the highest note of the form, finish out the pattern, and then we're going to play our way back down, and the easiest way to get a turnaround from this is to start on the second to highest note of the form, play down 3 steps, 1, 2, 3, skip back up, and then in the next note in the form, down 3 steps, and skip back up, and continue. Now to finish out, I'm going to go 1 fret lower than our starting note, finish out the pattern, and then come back to where it began. And that 1 fret lower than the starting note, that's the leading tone of the scale. You want to be able to play this on the other 4 forms as well, so let's look at this next scale form that also begins on the 5th string, but with the 2nd finger. And now with the pattern. Play 3 steps up, 1, 2, 3, skip back down. 3 steps up, 1, 2, 3, skip back down. Now at this point, we're going to finish out our pattern, begin on the second to highest note of the form, and play the other way. 3 steps down, 1, 2, 3, and skip back up. 3 steps down, 1, 2, 3, skip back up, and continue. Again, we're going to carry this pattern so it takes us past our starting note to the leading tone, back to this note, and then back to our starting note. This next scale form begins on string 6 with your 4th finger. And now with the pattern. 3 steps up, skip back down. 3 steps up, skip back down. Now here we're going to finish out the pattern and reverse it, starting on the second highest note of the form. 3 steps down, 1, 2, 3, skip back up. 1, 2, 3, skip back up. We're going to carry this past to our leading tone, back over here, and then finish out on the tonic, or the starting note of our scale. This next form also begins on the 6th string, this time with the 2nd finger. And now with the pattern. 3 steps up, 1, 2, 3, skip back down. 3 steps up, 1, 2, 3, skip back down. Here we finish out our pattern, go back to the second to highest note of the form, and play 3 steps down, skip back up. 3 steps down, 1, 2, 3, skip back up. As with all these others, gonna do it one more time so it takes us to our leading tone, and then finish out on our tonic, or our starting note. This last scale form also begins on the 6th string, this time with the 1st finger. And now with the pattern. 3 steps up, skip back down. 3 steps up, skip back down. Finish out your pattern. Now the second highest note of the form, play 3 steps down, skip up. 3 steps down, 2, 3, skip up. As usual, we're going to play past our starting note to our leading tone, and then finish it out. Video number 3 in this 5-part series is coming soon, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that one. And I also encourage you to come up with your own scale patterns. It's a great way to learn the fretboard.